A progression from the body weight single leg Romanian deadlift is to add hip rotation. If balance is an issue, first start with just a little support from a squat rack such as shown. Keeping your back straight, make sure the motion is coming from the hips, and you should feel this in the buttocks of the stance leg. Notice that I have my right hand on my right hip. Because my spine is not moving, my right arm doesn't move, it doesn't twist. Keep your hand on your hip as shown to get that feedback so you know you're doing it correctly. And the movement, again, you should feel it in the hip of the stance leg. As this gets easier, you move away from the squat rack and you're doing it body weight, which requires a little bit more balance. You can then progress to adding a little bit of a weight with a kettlebell. Start again with a little support from the squat rack and then move away from the squat rack, making sure the movement is coming from the hips and not the back. When adding the kettlebell, make sure you have a little bit of squeeze between the mid-back. The standing clamshell and reverse clamshell are a progression from the side lying variations. Start with a little support from something like a squat rack. Keeping your back straight, you're going to do a single leg Romanian deadlift. Here it's shown with the band, but start with no band and progress to the band. You'll kick back and then rotate your hip in and out, keeping your pelvis straight. We'll talk momentarily what your pelvis is if that doesn't make sense. Use the progression that we've been using. Support body weight, no support body weight. Support with band, no support with band. When we say put your hand on your hip, you're putting it on your pelvis, and that is not going to move while you do this exercise. The actual movement is coming from the hip joint. As you do this, you're going to rotate your hip in and out like shown. As you get more comfortable, you can increase the depth of your single leg Romanian deadlift and try the exercise here. It's going to feel different. The single leg Romanian deadlift with the kettlebell in the opposite hand is an anti-rotation progression. Make sure to keep a little bit of tension between that mid-back, especially as that weight of the kettlebell increases. This is also a really nice functional progression from the bird dog or the quadruplex. So it can be a really nice progression to maintain back health or progress from previously assigned exercises, as long as it's performed correctly.